Okay, wowzers, everyone. We are back. Episode 46. Good to be back. And it was a blessing from the Lord above that I found Rick again because I've been looking for him. He forgot. He thought we forgot about him, but we didn't. You know what I'm saying, Rick?
Yeah.
Get us moving a little bit.
Yeah.
Get us up and running. How'd you sleep last night?
Well, I slept good.
Where'd you sleep?
Right up there by Burger King.
Right at the bus stop there?
No, I was on the side where Burger King was.
Have you been able to stay cool at all?
Yeah, it's I like that little weather. That's what you're talking about weather-wise. Right?
Yeah, in the nights.
Yeah, it would be nice last night.
Because it's been about 105 degrees, close to 110 degrees out during the night. So in the night, you don't ever catch yourself waking up sweating?
No, not really. But once like last night, I was out of there. So when I laid down, I was out of there.
You zonked.
Yeah.
Perks?
Yeah, I had a couple of them.
A little half perk?
Yeah.
Get you going. Because how much is a perk run a piece?
Oh, they ain't number $5. They was selling them for 10. Now they done dropped them down to 5.
Really?
Yeah. But they could probably go up to 29, 15, and 20 because, they just got busted with it trying to bring a lot of it back over here.
Oh.
So
well,
prices going up.
Yeah. Well, our boy Schmitty went to a Penthouse this weekend. He got invited to a Penthouse where this music.
You like that, huh?
Oh, yeah. He was going to try to get some pussy, but he got too drunk to where he couldn't get it up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, and even talk for that matter. Which, by the way, Jay, I apologize, sir. I gave my buddy Jay some shit because he had the same issue, Rick.
Oh,
but guess what? When you experience it firsthand, you learn, baby.
So you went to you and Brendan went to the Penthouse with Lil Xan, who's a singer, and then you guys just did a bunch of shots right off the rip.
The whole night I was taking shots, champ.
Right.
Yeah, and shout out to Elijah and all them boys for letting us come and hang out with you guys. They're a fucking solid crew. Those guys have a good head on their shoulders, and it's pretty cool. It was an honor meeting all them guys.
So what would you say is a good head on your shoulders?
People who are driven with goals and positive mindsets and live, work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
Enjoy, and people who, you're taking every day not for granted.
Yeah.
And you're living the best you can.
How's your diet been going?
Great.
Really?
Down to 289 this morning, so that's down 55 pounds. Yeah, I could do better though, Rick. I could do better. I slip sometimes. Sugar Shane, me and Brendan, we got stoned one night. I'm like, dude, I'm craving some goodies, dude.
Right.
And I got some Oreos. So Sean, when he
That's it, huh?
Huh?
That's it, huh? No McDonald's on Sunday.
I dropped
no pizza on Sunday.
I've been dropping me and Brendan. I can't lie on pizza, but fast food I dropped. But I can't lie on pizza. Me and Brendan got some pizza.
You dropped the McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean dropped it?
I'm not eating it anymore, champ. I was slipping up past.
You were eating it 2 days ago.
No, it wasn't 2 days ago. It was like last week, champ.
You're sounding like Lil Xan saying he's sober.
No, champ. I swear. This was just a couple. Because when Sean gave me shit about the Oreos, I was like, damn, he's right. And then I went to the Penthouse, and I was even more motivated. Because when you're surrounded by all these good-looking women, and you got all these cool dudes with cool fits, and here I am with a big belly. It's motivating.
So you wake up and get McDonald's.
Damn.
No, I'm just being real.
We'll be right back. We're about to have a little jiu-jitsu match.
So you wake up, you're motivated. You have Mickey D's. You know what, though? After you get buzzed up, a little Mickey D's. I haven't had Mickey D's for a minute. Because I think the last time I went there, it had to have been 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. The burger was still frozen.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
So what am I supposed to do in that situation, Rick?
Throw it away and slap the shit out of one of whoever.
Exactly. Whoever's cooking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question though.
Yeah, hit it.
Rick, if you got invited to a Penthouse, how would you walk up in there?
Shit, like I walk every day. Cool as a motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be nervous at all?
Rick
No,
Rick gets
nervous
more
about
sloppy toppy than all of us. Exactly.
I was dealing with some nerves going in there. A bunch of people that you don't know.
Rick
Yeah.
raw dogs and he guns
all
it in
the
them.
time. I like it, road dog.
Let's
Yep.
go.
That's why he's got a handful of kids.
Yeah. You want a couple of kids?
Not right now.
Yeah, so about 4 weeks out from Sugar's fight. We've been staying pretty busy with that. He's pretty dialed in,
Okay.
and he is in phenomenal shape.
Oh, that's good.
We're planning for a one-sided, one-round ass whooping, but also ready for the adversity if it comes. Ready for if he breaks his hand or Pedro does something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being ready for that stuff too. But he's in good shape. 4 weeks from that, so we'll probably leave here in 14 days. Jay, are you coming?
Yeah, he said he already got me on the PJ,
Okay.
private jet.
So you got you on PJ. So we're staying at a different hotel this time, Redhawk, which will be different because usually we have suites, we have our own rooms. So we'll be at Redhawk now, so it'll be a little different. Yeah, this weekend we had the little Zan on, a big star. Used to be a huge star. I mean, I think he has 4.5 million followers on Instagram. Some of his videos had 180 million views. Just got out of rehab, and it didn't seem like to me he was super healthy.
After meeting him and hanging out with him, though, he's a good guy.
That has nothing to do with it.
Oh, I know. That's what I was going to get to next. Is I'm like, man, I wish he would get healthier because I want him to be good.
I mean, well, you get that much stardom at such a young age, and then your lifestyle goes up so much with your cars, your clothes, the people you're hanging out with. And then if you stop being able to be creative and what made you that famous, then it starts, and then you have this anxiety that it's going down, and then you probably do drugs to kind of numb it. I mean, it's probably a hard battle that we can't even really understand. Yeah. But, I mean, those Zans, though, dude, they'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
And with mental illness, when you're sad and that's how you're coping, or stressed and that's how you're coping, it's tough.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, when we asked about the vape, and it was just like, yeah, I think the vaping helps my anxiety. It's like, God. You know what I'm saying? But he was a nice kid. You could tell he's a very nice kid. It'd probably be good for him to just be surrounded by a...
That's what it seems like too. Like when I was hanging out with everybody, they did seem to like really care about him and everything, and they all seem to have, like I said before, a good head on their shoulders.
Yeah.
That's good.
So what else we got? I feel like we got a bunch of shit to talk about. Let's run over the upcoming fights real quick. We got Glover Teixeira versus the Jiří Procházka.
I'm very excited for this fight.
That's actually a sick fight. It's crazy because you see Glover and he's 45. I don't know how old he is.
Yeah.
He's up there though in age, and he moves really like he's not super fast twitch, but you can tell he's just got solid boxing. Obviously, he's got good jiu-jitsu, and we got this young buck coming in who's only had a couple of fights in the UFC. Explosive,
long.
young, 5 rounds. So it'll be pretty exciting. But I bet the pay-per-view though. How many think it'll sell? 200,000.
Well, yeah, that's a shame because I think it's a good card.
I think it is too. But
Yeah,
but realistically, being honest here,
Yeah.
200,000 maybe.
Yeah. Oh, wait until the Sean's card, dude. That's gonna
That's
card
gonna
of
be
the year.
that's gonna be a banger. And then we got Valentina versus the Tala guy.
Well, who do you
girl.
think's gonna win? But I want to know who you think's gonna win before.
It's hard to say. I haven't watched enough of that Yuri guy to make a prediction.
Do you know what the betting odds are yet?
No.
I have a feeling is it towards Yuri, because if it is, I want to go with Glover because I have a feeling Glover's gonna submit him.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
5 rounds. If you've never went 5 rounds before, and you don't pace yourself the right way, you come out with a pace of a 3-5 minute round fight.
Yeah. And then Glover was talking about retiring after this fight at first, but then he backpedaled on it.
Yeah.
So after we'll see what plays out on Saturday because his story is pretty fucking legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we got Valentina versus this random girl. I mean, the girl's 19-1.
I'm having Holly Holm flashbacks with Ronda Rousey, dude. I don't know
With
where
that
Holly Holm,
with that fight.
Dude, back then, Holly Holm, her record was insane. I remember the poster
Yeah,
for it.
but this is different. Rhonda can't kickbox.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Holly
yeah.
can kickbox.
Yeah. And
Valentina can fucking kickbox.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's a little different.
Yeah, we'll see. What if she beats
We
her,
will
dude?
see.
What
I
if
don't
this
think
is the
so.
upset?
Hell no, dude.
Oh, calling her right
It
now.
would be crazy. Weili Zhang versus Joanna. It's good to have Joanna back. You can tell Joanna knows what the fans like, and she always just like, if any girl's gonna get you excited for a fight, it's Joanna, and she's sexy. So, Marvin Vittori and Robert Whittaker's canceled. Damn it, that would have been cool. That would have been a good one. And then we got we don't have any other really bangers on that card. So let's see here, fellas. This is an interesting story that popped up. This missing boy found after surviving 2 days alone in the cold Montana wilderness. A missing 4-year-old boy was found safe after surviving 2 days on his own in Montana wilderness in cold temperatures over the weekend. Riker Webb was found Sunday unharmed but hungry, thirsty, and cold after a 2-day search involving ground responders, ATV teams, canine teams, drones, helicopters, and a boat unit from multiple agencies. The youngster was reported missing just before 5 p.m. Friday by a concerned neighbor. Deputies soon learned he'd already been missing for more than 2 hours. At that point, and had last been seen playing with the family dog in his yard south of Troy, Montana on the east side of Bull Lake. He was alone in the wooded area as temperatures dropped into the 40s overnight. Saturday, and thunderstorms and heavy rainfall impacted the search effort. Aerial search teams had to turn back due to very poor weather conditions, which consisted of rain, low visibility, and low ceiling, according to a sheriff's officer. Dense vegetation in the area also made the search for the little boy extremely difficult. Riker was found in Sanders County, about 2.4 miles where he went missing. Fucking A's, 2.4 miles for a 4-year-old?
That's fine.
As a 53-person team was searching in the area, he was in good spirits and apparently healthy. Although hungry, thirsty, and cold, the sheriff's office said he was brought to Cabinets Peak Medical Center for evaluation. Lincoln Sheriff shared a photo of the rescued kid.
Sounds like little Tarzan.
2 days, 4 years old, in the Montana wilderness.
Yeah, dude. Little Tarzan on her hands here.
God, thank God he didn't get ate by a fucking grizzly.
True. Or a moose, something.
God, just being a parent, dude, I just can't even imagine all the stresses that's going to come with being a parent. I had a long conversation with my mom yesterday for an hour and a half. I wish the conversations were recorded with her because they're mostly religious conversations and they're so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Funny and good, and she's open-minded. She can talk about it. But she was also talking about, I don't know if she said she read it from a psychology book, but people who hang out with kids, say, multiple times a week, say teachers that are teachers of kids or us at the jiu-jitsu program with little kids, they can get their kind of needs their needs met just hanging out with kids and being around them than having to have their own kids. Because it's like, oh, we're still debating back and forth whether to have a kid right now. I'm like, fuck, dude. It's just a lot of freedom you're giving up for that thing, which you trade for a bunch of love.
Yeah.
And that I'm excited for. And I do want to raise my own human, but maybe in a couple years. I don't fucking know.
Get on the ball with that because time ain't standing still for you.
That's the truth, Rick.
Yeah.
See, I need to hear shit like that, too.
Yeah.
So I need to start gunning them.
Gun 'em, man. Gun 'em. Road dog.
Mm-hmm. I'm thankful. I would always rap or pull out for a long time.
No.
I wouldn't be where I'm at in my life if I would have had a kid early on because, I mean, things change. Things change. I'd have to get a normal job. I wouldn't be able to do the shit I've been doing. Yeah, other than that, fuck. Let's hit some James Clear. How about for the day? We'll discuss some James Clear. Okay, before you try to increase your willpower, try to decrease the friction in your environment. That makes sense. Like trying to keep Oreos out of your house. Instead of having the willpower to not eat those Oreos, not having them in the house.
Mindset.
But I feel like you've been getting better, Schmidt.
It's a work in progress, baby.
I mean, compared to where you were when you were back home, how much weight have you lost?
55 pounds, champ.
55 pounds. There we go. That's really
55
good.
pounds.
That's a lot of
That's
weight.
really
That's
good.
Yeah.
How about this one? Most big, deeply satisfying accomplishments in life take at least 5 years to achieve. This can include building a business, cultivating a loving relationship, writing a book, getting in the best shape of your life, raising a family, and more. 5 years is a long time. It is much slower than most of us would like. If you accept the reality of slow progress, you have every reason to take action today, and if you resist the reality of slow progress, 5 years from now, you'll simply be 5 years older and still looking for a shortcut.
That's how I am, champ. Like, I can't. 5 years is even too long for me. I like when you, even the shit you spit at me all the time about the little goals. I like year, months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little things. And of course, you do have the 5-year plan, but let's look at those things to get to that 5-year plan.
Yeah, but most big, deeply satisfying accomplishments in life take at least 5 years. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's 100%.
The
Or
deeply
even 10.
satisfied.
Even 10, champ. You got to be ready for the grind.
Most of the time, it's going to be, if you're going to be an expert in something that's very intricate,
Yep.
like it's going to take you at least
And-
10 years.
And you better love it and you better be dedicated to it because that's what it's all about, being passionate. If you're not passionate about something, you're wasting your time. That ain't it. If you're passionate about something, that 5 years ain't going to feel like a long time. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So 5 years. Yeah. Okay.
Where do you want to be in
This.
5 years, champ? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a good question because I don't want everything to get so big to where it's like, oh, it's just so big. I don't want it to be at the point, even where Sugar's at. I mean, maybe it will get there, but he can't go anywhere without everyone knowing who he is. I mean, not everyone, but then people getting pictures. You can't. I don't want that. That doesn't sound attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want a gym with 300 members that I don't know everyone's name and I don't have a personal relationship with all these guys. I want kind of a smaller, not smaller club, because as of yesterday we had 110 members.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's already getting really big. So I'm trying to think in 5 years, probably just continuing what I'm doing. I don't really have any huge.
No kids?
I definitely want a kid with Mariah. I think we would be good parents. I think
Within
I
5
think I
years?
could raise a good human.
Within 5 years?
Probably a couple years because we're 32 now, and I think girls stop being potent at around, I don't know what age, but
Plus, I always remember you telling me you always want to get a house. You got a house you're trying to get, so maybe in a couple of years you got a house somewhere.
yeah, but then that's not really a goal I think about that much because it's like when I get that house, I'm still going to be sitting in the bed, and I'm still going to be eating dinner at the counters. I mean, at the dinner spot. It's just all the same. Like the living space is just, you're doing the same thing no matter where you live. I'm not, we have a nice house right now with 2 acres, and I'm not any more happy really being in this house than I was in a nicer apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little more convenient because you have doggy doors and you have a backyard, which is nicer, but the housing doesn't really affect me. So 5 years, I think about that, but I try not to make my goals too small because really 5 years ago, like the goals now, they've all came true. So I'm like, damn, so I got to keep shooting higher and higher. But I really do enjoy these podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of my big enjoyment.
Yeah.
Shooting the shit,
Mm-hmm.
hanging out. What about you, Rick? What kind of stuff are you thinking about?
I don't know, better than myself, man. You know, it ain't about no house. It's about, just me personally, getting my shit right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This is an interesting one here. A writer, an artist, and a podcast host, Debbie Millman. You have to make your own happiness. Wherever you are, your job isn't going to make you happy. Your spouse isn't going to make you happy. The weather isn't going to make you happy. You have to decide what you want. You have to find that way of doing it. Whether or not the outside circumstances are going to participate in your success, you have to be able to create your own happiness, period. And if you can't, then you need to find a good shrink who can help you figure out what it's going to take. I mean, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good. Because you can create just hell no matter where you're at. You see the richest people with everything. You think they'd just be so happy and they're fucking living in hell.
Fucked up.
It was talking about in this book too, Schmitty. It was really interesting, called The Mastery of Love, and how important it is that you love yourself. That you love yourself and you're not always beating yourself down and you're not super just insecure about how you look. I mean, everyone's insecure, but to be able to find true love with another person, you have to be able to love yourself. I'm like, or there's going to be tons of problems. I'm like, damn, that's pretty interesting.
It's the truth. It's such the truth.
Yeah, and it's hard. But I feel like
it's a work. You got to work at it every day. You know what I mean? Every day you're gonna maybe something. Maybe not one day every day, but there will be a time when something slaps you and you're like feeling a little insecure about it.
Yeah.
Like you when we flirt with those girls, you know, like there's a little insecurity, but you still do it. You know what I mean?
Oh fuck, there's so much insecurity.
Yeah.
I mean, at the gym yesterday, I went up to a girl. I just started shooting shit. Every attractive girl I see, really, in the gym or an area where you can talk to them, it's like, go talk to them.
Yep.
Just fucking go say something. Like, it's okay. You're just talking. Oh,
God, it's so deep.
Is it confidence or is it balls or is it? I don't.
It's man. I'm feeling more confident the more weight I lose. Last year, champ, I wouldn't be talking to the chicks that I've been talking to lately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I've been getting confidence just to even walk up and talk to them.
Yeah.
Imagine what happens when I keep going.
When you were at the Penthouse, was there any sex going on, or you didn't really know?
I didn't see any, but
Yeah.
through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. How about this one? This is James Clear again. It's only work if you would rather be doing something else. Find a way to carve a career out of what you already want to do. It's good. I mean, that's good. Easier said than done. Really. It's only work if you'd rather be doing something else. Find a way to carve a career out of what you already want to do. Yeah. That's hard. If you decide to bust a nut, come in a girl, and you're 17 or 18, it's like you're not going to be able to carve a career out of what you want to do because you have, what is it called? You have responsibilities now, and now you have to go get a job. It's not about you anymore.
Yep. With Sprout, I relate to that a lot with Sprouts because here I am. I'm living half the life of where I'm chasing my dreams, and then I'm living half a life where I don't want to be at this job. But it's all about your mindset. I can either look at it that like going to that work going, oh man, I don't want to be here, or going to work going, man, I'm grateful I'm in this opportunity of what I have to be able to just say, yeah, I go here to benefit myself. I don't have to go here.
Well, you got a little, and it's nice you got a little bit of spending money now. When you were back home with your parents or whatever, it's like you're just relying on them. You don't have any of your own money. It's like, how are you supposed to have confidence if you don't have any of your own money?
Exactly.
But now, rumor has it, you're one of the best employees at Sprouts, and everyone likes being around you, so that's fucking good shit.
And they're a good family. And that's the thing. I go in there, I'm like, man, I'm just going to come in here, do the best I can, do my job, get out, just try and make and help everybody as much as I can.
How many hours are you working?
Right now, 30.
30?
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good. Okay, here we go. Resist compression. We need to go over to some of the Twitter DMs that Jay sends me because they're absurd. Absurd. Okay. If I could talk to myself 20 years ago, I would tell myself to focus on my strengths and not my weaknesses, on the things that I could do and not the things I couldn't do, to strive to excel, hone those skills to the point of excellence. This was the best strategy to secure my future. I would say to myself that the only real obstacles you have are the ones you create yourself, blah, blah, blah. Decent. Sometimes we are hard on ourselves and criticize our mistakes to an unhelpful degree. Sometimes we are too easy on ourselves and let excuses run our lives. Which way are you leaning right now? How can you pull yourself back to the center? Were you sore from the lift we did, Schmidt?
For 3 days, champ.
Were you?
Oh my God.
Your
But
pecs?
I loved it. And me and Brendan appreciated you doing that for us, champ, showing us some workouts.
Was it your pecs or your biceps that were sore?
Under my armpit. Under my armpit right here.
That's where?
Yeah, on both sides.
Hitting some presses.
Oh God. And then I have to lift chicken boxes all day, and I'm like, whoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gassing out.
Oh, no, not. No, it was a good time. No, and again, that was something else that I'm like, man, I love how I feel after I work out. Schmidt, get off your ass and do it, blood, because that's all it takes, people. Just go fucking do it.
But then what comes into your mind to where you say it's okay not doing it, or do you
Working
say
out,
or do you say next week?
I know, right?
Well, no, what is it?
That's that laziness that we have. That
What is it that goes on with you though when you're like,
well,
I know
how
I should do
you
that.
can relate to it. That mind. Think about when you don't want to go in that cold plunge. How you're going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but not as extreme. Not as extreme.
I mean,
but
kind of.
more so just sheer laziness, being tired.
Yeah.
But guess what? I've even been like, man, I should just go join that gym. I got enough money now. Just go join that. It's literally right by the apartments.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I just start going a couple days a week, it's a start.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because that's a nice gym.
It is.
There's
And it's
gonna
right there.
There's going to be tons of honeys.
Right?
You can do super simple things. Every time you go in the gym, you don't have to just kill yourself where you're so uncomfortable. Like that workout we did wasn't that hard.
Right? But it benefited me so much.
Yeah. I
And I loved
think
it.
it's a good plan.
So thank you, Sensei.
When are you
Master.
starting, though, is I want to hear.
How about I go sign up this week? How about that, champ?
Okay.
Let's do it.
We'll ask you Sunday.
Thank you for motivating me.
Okay, number 2 here. You need focus to become exceptional at anything. Massive amounts of time and energy are wasted optimizing things that should be left undone. You have to be great at saying no. Something I've become way better at doing, saying no to shit. You need to focus to become exceptional at anything. That's true. It's fucking true, dude.
I denied drugs at that penthouse.
What kind?
Should I say for
Who
real?
gives a fuck?
Okay. I denied coke.
Really?
Yeah. And I, not that I have never done coke, but I'm just scared of fentanyl, and
Yeah.
I shouldn't have drank, to be honest. I'm not a big drinker, and I don't like
Drinking's
alcohol.
fucking nasty.
Yeah,
dude.
and how it makes you feel. Alcohol sucks.
Oh.
Like,
But if you're around some chicks and their tits are out because of it, then it's pretty cool.
yeah, even just like getting loose to be able to just talking to them and flirting,
Yeah.
maybe getting some macking.
Well, compared to being back home, it's like
In a
you
room.
never really have interactions with girls,
Fuck
right?
no.
It's just on the internet.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, which is cool.
Oh God, I love it, champ.
Okay. This is a decent one. I kind of liked. A gift you can give yourself right now. Stop what you're doing. Close your eyes. For the next 60 seconds, just breathe. Decent. On the way here, I was the first to arrive on a car wreck. This cute little girl was kind of like panicking in her Toyota Tacoma, just like, and I stopped and I helped her. She was okay. Told her to put her thing in neutral. We pushed it to the side of the road, but I'm like, fuck.
Did you get her Instagram?
No, I wanted to. But she was in distress. Okay, interior designer Daniel Colding on the ultimate luxury. Quality of life is having the freedom to make choices that are not fear-based, whether it's the ability to choose the kinds of projects I want to take on and can learn from, or the ability to take a month off to travel, freedom to choose the ultimate luxury. Yeah, I enjoy my freedom a lot, dude. I spent enough years being a Jehovah's Witness with all these rules. You can't do this, you can't do this, you can't play sports, you can't hang out with these people, you can't do this. That right now I love my freedom. And I don't want to fucking give it away. But eventually I'm going to have to give it away when I have a kid. And then I don't really have the freedom. Then things change.
You know what amplifies that is
What?
when you work hard. And when you go through the times where you're grinding.
So it amplifies what?
Being able to party and be free.
Oh, 100%.
Like your free time.
Yeah.
Like when you enjoy it more.
I mean, if you don't do shit, you're just a stoner and you just play video games and then you party hard on the weekend. Stoner, do video games, party hard on the weekend. It's a good road for depression.
Yeah, where's the
where you're
fulfillment?
just gonna get depressed because you're not doing anything healthy for yourself.
Yeah.
How about this one? This electric engineer talks. Explains his approach to doing groundbreaking work. One of my guiding principles is don't do anything that other people are doing. Always do something a little different if you can. The concept is that if you do it a little differently, there is a greater potential for reward than if you do the same thing that other people are doing. I think that this kind of goal for one's work having obviously the maximum risk would have the maximum reward no matter what the field may be. My mom couldn't even wrap her mind around like being able to make money being creative. Like explain to her just Patreon and some of the things. I mean, just this podcast and our other podcasts, being able to be creative and make our living from that. She couldn't even comprehend that because that age that was raised in our years without any internet, that wasn't even an option. That wasn't even really a thing that you can make money on the internet. What? That doesn't even make sense. Which is pretty fucking sweet. I'm super thankful for the fucking internet, dude.
Rick, what are your thoughts on the internet?
Because you have a smartphone, right?
No, I don't even have a phone.
Remember you had a phone? I have your number. I tried to call it a couple times.
I don't know what the fuck is that.
Someone snagged it.
Probably.
See, that's what I'm worried about. If I buy you a phone, someone's going to snag it.
No, because, see, I know what to do with that one. You know what I'm saying? I would, get me a host to put it in.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Then at night, now if he want to play with my Johnson, he can, because that's where it's going to be, right there where my Johnson at.
He?
Yeah, he or she or whoever try to snag it.
Oh, I thought that he was trying to play with your Johnson.
Oh, no, I kill him. I kill him first.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that'd be in different type of people sleeping there, around.
And you don't know if they're trying to play with your Johnson or get into your
I
holster.
was saying, that's what I would do with the phone. Put it in one of the little holsters or something, And then that's when the Johnson part come out. I said, if that's what he want to do, try to steal the phone.
Yeah. Well, I'll look into that for you. Yeah. See how much it would be to get a little straight talk phone going. Because do you know how to navigate on the internet at all?
A little bit. I'm kind of,
new to it. Yeah.
Old school.
Because I made you an Instagram and put some of your pictures up there, and it's popping.
Right. Is it?
Yeah. So we can give you that login, and you can start
Rick,
doing
what
your
does
thing.
the world feel like without the
Talk
internet?
to the other side of that, Schmidt.
Oh, my bad. What does the world feel like without internet? Like, because to me...
A lot more simple, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
It's very simple, shit I ain't got to worry about. You know what I mean?
You just worrying about busting a nut, getting a good meal.
And laying back,
Yeah.
But I got to get that good meal in after I bust that nut.
Yes, absolutely. Got to get them proteins.
Yeah.
A good...
eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Or what's your usually go-to at the BK down the road here?
Yeah, it's probably about it. Whopper or something.
Whopper June or Big Daddy Whopper?
Yeah, the Big Daddy Whopper. I got to have that.
Nice. Schmitty likes McDonald's a little bit more than BK.
Yeah. McDonald's, I don't, I can eat McDonald's fries because BK fries, they don't taste like shit to me.
They taste like shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay. Schmidt, what's you thinking about, bud? You like those little stabs I throw in there?
Oh, no, I'm trying to think of something to come back, but I couldn't.
And you go, that ain't shit.
I'm going to get you one day.
Okay, when researching strategies, emphasize patterns over stories. One person succeeding means nothing. 100 people succeeding is a signal. When explaining strategies, emphasize stories over patterns. People forget numbers and charts. Everyone remembers a great story. Man, decent. Let's go to Twitter over here.
I got a question for you.
We'll be done with this.
I got a topic you might want to talk about.
Let's hear it.
What's your thoughts on asexuality? Do you know what it is?
Asexuality, well, is it asexuality in a human or asexuality in an animal?
Well, it's human. Maybe animals. That'd be interesting if you could find out if animals feel
I'm no
that way.
scientist. I was sleeping in every biology class. But isn't asexual mean an animal can't reproduce?
No.
Not reproduce, but they can't have...
So, I'm bad, dude. So, I grew up where you're either, you like a boy or you like a girl. And even if you're a guy, if you like another guy, like I'm not all these different terms today. I'm sorry guys. I got to get smarter about. And I just learned about asexuality last week. And Brendan, even
How
Brendan
did you
didn't
learn
know
about it?
So, somebody that I know posted that they were asexual. And I was like, what the hell is asexual?
They posted it?
Yeah, on their Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I support anything. Be you, love yourself, because that's what it's all
rape?
about. I don't support. No.
Well, you don't support everything then.
I support good things, champ.
God.
Loving yourself. If you love yourself and you're happy with yourself and you can express yourself in a good way, then that's all that matters. As long as you're not doing any harm to others, that's all that matters. So, asexuality. Asexuality is the lack of sexual attraction to others or low or absent interest or desire for sexual activity. It may be considered a sexual orientation or the lack thereof. It may also be categorized more widely to include a broad spectrum of asexual sub-identities.
So they're just not
Attracted
interested
to sex.
in sex. Like, Does that come from past traumas being
Me and Brendan were having this
molested?
topic. He was saying that he looked at it like that too, or like a bad thing. And I'm like, well, just because you're not sexually, I don't think you have to have past traumas to be asexual.
I'm sure there's people out there that just aren't.
Yeah. Because if you're just driven in other things and sex isn't what you really care about, that's not bad, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. Brendan was like, oh no, there's something wrong. I'm like, dude, I think you can be like, oh, what if you're an artist and you get off painting, and you're so busy doing art and so entwined in your life that you don't even think about sex. That's okay.
Yeah.
And you were saying about animals, so I was like, well, maybe there is a pig that's just walking around not wanting to fuck another pig.
No, what's an asexual animal? I swear to God, I'm not dumb, dude.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting. I'm like, damn. Because I am the complete opposite of asexual.
So their puss don't get horny, or their wiener doesn't get hard.
They do, but it takes so much interest. They have to be so connected with you, and they have to have so much to relate with. You probably got to, but if you're in a relationship with someone who's asexual, I would imagine you rarely ever have sex because they get enjoyment out of probably just being with you and doing other things. That's what I imagine. But I'm such a horned up person. I'm like, oh man, wouldn't it be tough?
Would you consider yourself an alpha male?
No, because I don't like hurting people.
Yeah.
I punched Warlike in the face, and I damn near was like, I can't do this.
So what would you call someone who claims to be Christian and then does things clearly against Christian guidelines?
Snake in the grass.
You'd call it a snake?
Snake.
So if the stuff if the stuff you're preaching and you're not doing it, what would you call yourself?
Ooh. That's a hypocrite. But maybe if you're not trying, if you're preaching something and you know you're making mistakes, or you're preaching something and you know that you need to change it and you just need to, maybe that's just your mental health, man. And being like that, you got to overcome that. And maybe you just need to change your life habits slowly and surround yourself with better people, because things like that change drastically. So like for me, when I'm saying, I never eat fast food, but I slip up and I get a pack of Oreos every once in a while. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. And I know I shouldn't have done that, but I'm not a hypocrite, because I'm still at the end of the day working my ass off and trying to lose weight. So there's a little difference, but if you're someone that's going out lying, saying to try to get something out of it, that's a snake in the grass. And if you're
trying to get someone's respect out of it.
If you're trying to gain something or get something.
Get somebody's respect.
Yeah, that's fake. Be real. You need to be real so that you can grow.
And if we're around our friends and they're not being real, we need to call them out.
We do. Yeah. But even if it hurts, then it's hard to do.
100%, I think.
Yeah. Because guess what it's going to help them do? Grow.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're slithering around in the grass, look at yourself in the mirror and reflect.
My mom too, is just like talking about the religion and how it's just, in a lot of these religious people, I'm like, they're not healthy people. They're just not. You can tell they don't treat themselves healthy. And I'm like, Mom, just look at my life. I have a good relationship with Mariah, great relationship with Mariah. I'm very healthy. I have a community of people I'm trying to help and get better. And they're helping me too in a bunch of ways. Like, how is this religion more healthy than what we got going on?
The generation gap, champ.
It is.
My dad would say shit sometimes that would just make me, like, why do you even say stuff like that? And it's because he was a baby boomer back in the 40s, So
yeah.
It's just the generation gaps and what they're built on.
Yeah.
But good thing, how you were built on. Look how the generations kind of are. I think things are kind of changing because you grew up being put in certain situations and you were going, well, wait a minute. This doesn't really make sense. I don't feel this way. And look what you've done. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You need to write a book, champ.
Well, no, hell no.
I know you say hell. Get someone to write it for you.
Maybe one day. I got to go through some more experiences.
Yeah. Because, by the way, thank you, for everything you do, you and Sean. Thank you for everything you do for Brendan.
Yeah.
You have changed his life, champ.
Yeah.
And you do that for a lot of people.
I appreciate it.
And it's because you care. You're good. Coaches like you, people like you are mentors. And that's why you deserve to have your own book.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
JX, write that shit.
I gotta learn some shit. But what was I going to say here?
Ooh, I got them all.
But no, I mean, dude, the religion talk with my mom, it's like, this needs to be recorded. She agreed that she'd come on the podcast and talk about her upbringing, because she had a crazy upbringing, similar to my dad. She met my dad when she was 15 years old on a traveling carnival, where she lived in a bus with her parents who did the old time photo booths. So she didn't go to high school. She didn't do any of this stuff. Got pregnant with my brother when she was 14. Had him when she was 15.
I never knew that.
Living on the road in a bus. Like, like, my mom is such a good person. And the truth, the Jehovah's Witnesses, has helped her a lot. And in some ways, it's helped me too. I had a very good upbringing, and maybe it wouldn't have been as good of an upbringing if didn't have the morals from the Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the religions and the different cults that just brainwash these people so fucking heavily to not look into anything else. I was like, Mom, I'm like, watch the numerology podcast that I had with this lady. You don't have to believe in it. I'm not telling you to believe in anything. I don't believe in anything. I could have people of every different religion on this podcast, but just listen to it. She's like, no, I'm not listening to that demon spiritism stuff and that paranormal stuff. I'm like, paranormal stuff? I'm like, when Adam and Eve saw the snake on the tree and talked about the apple, that's not paranormal at all? Well, that's definitely paranormal. And it's just like, God damn, it's crazy.
Speaking of that Apple thing, Cat Williams on his new stand-up, he talked about that, and he talked about that in a whole new light. I was like, oh, maybe that is what it was all about how, like, don't eat the fruit. Well, the fruit is, us. Like, we're the tree. The humans are the tree, and the fruit is our genitals. Mm-hmm. That's what Cat Williams said. So the message is, don't eat the fruit. Like, don't. But how do you look at that in your own way? The way I looked at it was like, oh, like, be more like super respectful with the fruit, and how like this world that we live in is not respectful to the fruit. There is rape, there is sexual abuse. You know what I mean? So I was like, damn, Cat Williams just fucking spit some shit on me that I never thought of.
Too deep.
Yeah.
Huh?
Rick, what's your views on religion, my man? I want to know.
Well, I'm not too.
What do you think happens after life?
Shit, you die, and that's it, man.
Like before.
Yeah.
Before you were born.
Yeah.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you say you think something though? Like, does that mean you believe that, or are you just like, I don't really know? Maybe we just haven't had that experience that some people talk about, where you go, wait a minute, maybe there is something after this motherfucker. There definitely could be.
Right?
There definitely could be. And
I never closed the door.
It could be so far past our knowledge, we just don't even have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know why I look at it the way that you kind of look at it? Because it makes me, like, I always stop myself. I'm in this apartment that my buddy Sean got me, right? Okay. Once a week, I like to just stand at night in the kitchen and just take it all in. Oh. Jack off. Jack off and take it all in. You know what I mean? And jerk off while I'm just looking around at the walls, going, here I am. This is amazing. Yeah. We only live once.
So you guys brainstorming where you're going to move next?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit?
Oh, yeah. Me and Sono, Brendan, maybe Warlike. I don't know. Warlike's got a lot of hurdles to jump through. I hope he can. But, yeah, if we could all get a little Jobin house, it would be financially better. Content-wise would be pretty awesome. We're all There won't be no slam. I won't be slamming my homie anymore.
And if you do?
I'll let you punch me.
Okay.
You get to drop me like you dropped Brendan.
In your gut, yep.
In my gut. And I'll shake on that.
Okay.
Okay?
No more temper tantrums.
Yeah, no more temper tantrums. Because I don't want to get dropped.
But it's fucking funny that you slam Solomon in for some reason.
I know.
What else we got here? Yeah, the World Championships, the Jiu-Jitsu World Championships went on this weekend. It's crazy there's only been 6 American black belt adult champions. I mean, these Brazilian kids, though, they're raised... I mean, jiu-jitsu's everywhere in Brazil. And then they kind of realize, like, damn, so jiu-jitsu's kind of... I could get out of Brazil, and I could kind of make a name for myself with jiu-jitsu. So jiu-jitsu in Brazil is like American wrestling here. We can wrestle in elementary school, we can wrestle in high school. There, it's like jiu-jitsu. So it's all Brazilians. But God, dude, there was some sick fucking matches this weekend. That Mika Galvão kid, who's 18 years old, going against Tai Rutolo in the finals. insane match. But that it's crazy that Mika kid's 18 years old and he's a black belt adult world champion in the gi, and he's just as fucking good, if not better, in the no gi. It's gonna be sweet to watch him keep climbing and keep going. But what's on agenda for you the rest of the day, Ricky?
Shit, probably, I don't know, probably fuck around in BK.
Get some nuggets.
Yeah.
I'll give you some money for a fat thing of nuggets. How about that?
Rick, you ever get to go see a movie?
No, I don't get out like that. You know.
Do you like movies?
Yeah, man.
You like movies?
Yeah.
You gonna take them?
You ever seen the original Top Gun?
No.
No, you're not.
Top Gun.
You know who Tom Cruise is?
Yeah.
You like him?
Yeah.
Me and Tim just saw the new Top Gun movie.
Oh yeah.
You went yesterday, Jay?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was pretty good. I
Did you
mean,
shed
like,
any tears?
no, I was looking at it like, damn, I feel like there's like a recipe to a good movie. Like, it was kind of cheesy, you know. There was a couple parts that were really like cheesy,
Yeah.
but I get why people were saying it's a good movie. Like when it evokes emotion, like love or friendship or bonding.
Or
then
like
then you leave away like, oh, that was a good movie, or like going
Yeah.
through hardships. You know what I mean?
gives you good.
But there was a
feeling.
lot of parts that were cheesy.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure, but like in movies, you gotta. I mean, I try to just go into the movie and just pretend I'm part of the movie.
Yeah.
Whatever's
I'll
cheesy,
get
whatever
lost in it
happens.
too, but I guess I look at it different because I edit and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I bet. I'm sure.
So yeah, I guess like
It was a long movie. It kept me
Yeah.
entertained. I haven't
It was
been to a
pretty good.
movie to where I'm like the last movie I went to was Jackass, and I wanted to leave.
oh yeah, I
about
remember that.
10 minutes in.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I thought we were never going to go to the movie theater again.
yeah. I've always loved going to the movies since I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me say, Schmidt.
Rick, we should go see a movie sometime.
Bet we can do that.
I'll take you, brother.
Okay, bet.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good. Do a little vlog ski or something. So, yeah. What else we got today? I'm gonna stream in a little bit. I'm really trying to soup up my stream. I want to get an XLR mic, getting a little soundboard going on, and then I got gi jiu-jitsu and then no gi jiu-jitsu tonight. What about you, Schmidt? What you got going?
I gotta leave here, go straight to work, my man. Work 12 to 8:30. Close tomorrow. Do a podcast probably tonight with Brendan. Get that uploaded sometime this weekend. Do some fun shit watching you and Sean do your shit this weekend.
12 to 8:30. How many days a week are you doing that? 12 to 8:30.
4.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you get to flirt with many cuties or?
I
mean,
guess
do you
I
get
flirt.
to talk with many cuties?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. And I got a nurse story. A little cute nurse came in one night, and I felt like she knew who I was because she came up to me, and she just smiled and waved. And I got all nervous. And I was like, "Hi," and then I was nervous, and I should have struck more conversation because then she smiled and walked away, right? And then when she was leaving, this is where it got interesting. She looked for me because the deli where I'm at, I was looking for her too. Where you leave is kind of a distance. Mm-hmm. She had to raise her head up, and she waved at me, and she goes, "Have a good night." And I was like, "Have a good night." And I had to yell it, you know what I mean, across the store. You know what I mean? And so I've just been for the past couple weeks just looking for you, girl. I'm looking for you. Come back and see me.
Dang, that's sweet,
know.
sweet. This is an interesting one. This is his brain food email that I subscribe to. It's a tiny thought. It says, "The greatest threat to results are boredom and impatience. The only way to become good at something is to practice the ordinary basics for an uncommon length of time. Most people get bored. They want excitement. They want something to talk about, and no one talks about the boring basics." I mean, in jiu-jitsu, that's so fucking true. Even in these world championships, the black belts in the adult division, in the finals and the semifinals, they're doing the basic shit. They're just doing it really fucking good with really good timing. And obviously, like, super good conditioning. But, yeah, the only way to become good at something is to practice the ordinary basics for an uncommon length of time. Most people get bored. They want excitement. They want something to talk about. No one talks about the boring basics. I mean, it's so true. And just the main martial arts that, in my opinion, work, which is wrestling, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, Those 5 pretty much are the ones that really work in MMA. And if you know the basics in all those, you're an expert in the basics. You're probably going to be a good fighter. I mean, you have to be mentally tough too, and you have to, the mental part comes into it too. But the basics are so important. People in jiu-jitsu get so bored and they want to learn these fancy things. I've been to gyms to where the instructor gets bored. The instructor lets people drill and move 3 times and they're on to the next. And then they say, all right, break, try this. And then they say 5 minutes later, all right, come back, let's look at this. And you can also do this. You can all do this. They like teach you 5, 6 moves that each person gets to drill 3 times. And because the instructor wants to show the students how much he knows and almost like impress them or wow them. But then training with Taquinho and how he would train people pretty much you do 1 move all week. You do it all week. You come in there, you will do your warm-up. For a half hour, you're doing that 1 move. You're like, holy fuck, I know this move good enough. I've done this so many fucking times. But now, looking back, going through his program, I'm like, that was the best. That was the most growth I've had doing that boring shit over and over and over compared to being in a gym and the coach coming in saying, what do you guys want to work on today? Like, has no idea what kind of curriculum he's going to go through. And then he shows you 5, 6 moves. So I thought that was good and a good thing to think about, the basics of shit. The difference between good and great results is often found in consistently doing the boring things you know you should do exactly when you feel like doing them the least. What do you got going on today, Jax?
Just probably go eat after this, then edit, and then train. Pretty much it.
It's good shit there. Well, last thing we'll kind of end on here, this Mastery of Love book I've been reading. It's fucking really good. It talks about how important it is to just forgive people. Like, forgive people and maybe don't just forgive them, forgive them for yourself, so you don't have to think about it, so they don't have control of your kind of emotions and your thoughts. This is an interesting thing here. There was a time when we were children when forgiveness was our instinct. Before we caught the mental disease, it was effortless and natural to forgive. We used to forgive others almost right away. If you see 2 children playing together and they start to fight and hit each other, the children cry and run to their mothers. Hey, she hit me. One mother goes to talk to the other mother. The 2 mothers have a big fight, and 5 minutes later, the 2 children are playing together again, as if nothing happened. Now the mothers hate each other for the rest of their lives. It says, forgive others and you will see miracles start to happen in your life. Nothing anyone does is because of you. Once you have this awareness and you do not take it personally, compassion and understanding will lead you to forgiveness. This book's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, that was deep.
It's such a simple book, and it's just so good. Mastery of Love, Don Miguel Ruiz. Okay. So, yeah. Came in. I mean, we were supposed to have the puss doctor again this week, but the puss doctor canceled again. The gynecologist. So we kind of slapped together a pod with Rick and Schmitters.
Thanks for having me on, champ.
And I'm doing the solo pod each week now on Patreon, and I can go a little bit more in details. Usually, I'm posting every week on some topics they want me to talk about, but I usually have an idea. And then we'll probably start bringing Mariah on there so we can talk about more of their own. But that's on patreon.com/Redhawk Academy. 1 solo pod a week, plus a ton of other content. There's probably hundreds of videos on Patreon alone that aren't anywhere else. So if you want to support the show, you can there. If not, I'm almost to 14,000 subscribers. So please like.
And subscribe.
Yeah. And subscribe. It helps out. So anything else, fellers?
Have a good day, Jobins. Grind.
What do you got? Jay's out.
Peace.
Rick, what's some Everything is Everything? Could you give me that one? Remember, Everything is Everything? You told me that a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been living by that.
That's good.
Everything
I'm going to get it
everything.
tatted on me.
That's right.
What's the name of your book?
Everything is
Exactly.
everything.
That's right.
That's for
Is there
real.
a lot of hookers that hang out around your bus stop down there?
Used to, not no more. You know, that was becoming a problem, man.
In what way when it comes to sores on your wiener? Or diseases, shall I say?
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't kind of fuck with them kind.
Really?
You know.
The kind with no teeth?
Yeah, you know.
Don't fuck with them?
No. they got to have some pearly whites. You know
So you
what I
can
mean?
just bust on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good shit. That's good shit. Because Jim's still down there. I see him down there.
He down there. I seen him yesterday.
Jim's our friend who's blind. He's
Right.
been living homeless for...
Shit, about 30-something years.
Yeah. Yep. And his old lady passed away, right? From
Yeah.
COVID?
Yeah. No, it wasn't from... It could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been.
So...
You know, he be going in his, getting a little attitude and shit, so I stay away from him.
Well, he's dealing with his own shit. It's like that
Right.
book talks about. It's like when people are acting a certain way, it's like you have no idea what kind of shit they're dealing with at home.
Right.
They're fucking... A relative could have just died. They're just unhealthy people. So for them to have control of your emotions isn't good.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think like that. So sometimes Jim be cool then. I don't know what's wrong with him. He going through some shit, though.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah, I like Jim. I'd pop down there and give him a little cheddar or something. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, what do you got, Schmidt?
No.
That'll be good, though, taking Rick to a movie. You haven't been to a movie. When's the last time you've been to a movie?
Yeah.
Shit, man. 15, 20 years, man.
Oh, Rick, we're breaking that shit, dude. We're gonna make it happen.
15 or 20 years.
Is there any, you like action films? What kind of movies?
Yeah, I
you
like action.
All right, bet. I'm gonna take you
I'm
to
an
a good
action
one.
man.
All right, bet. We got a good one in theaters right now.
Okay.
For real. Tim's gonna help me know where you're at, and I'll come pick you up one day.
Yep.
We'll try and time it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right down manufacturing Peoria.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. That'll be fun. That'll be a good time. We'll
Okay.
get some Burger King,
Yep.
Yep.
and maybe I'll
Right
get
on
something
the corner.
healthy from there.
Mm-hmm.
Try to.
Okay.
Have a good day, Jovins.
Okay. Episode 46. Love y'all. Hope you guys enjoy the show.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Feet are going to shuffle in. I'm going to throw it 2, 1, and I'm